The Facerig tutorial I made a while ago has been able to help a ton of people, but it also brought up a lot of questions. While I was able to answer those questions in the comments, I still wanted to make a video to answer the questions I saw the most frequently. So, here's 10 frequently asked questions about Facerig. 1. Why isn't my audio recording? Facerig has its own dedicated audio recorder built in. However, I never use it. I always use external software such as Classic or Streamlabs OBS to record my audio, and just use Facerig as a webcam for the visuals. However, I looked into it, and the audio seemed to record okay for me. To record a performance, just press the UI Plus button to extend the options toolbar, and then select the Record Performance button. It saves it as an audio, but you can also select to export it as a movie or GIF by selecting your saved playback. If you find that your audio isn't recording, go to Settings and the Sound tab. You should see if the audio is being picked up by looking at this green bar. The noise gate could be the reason why your audio isn't recording. Just lower the noise gate and try recording again. But the best way to do it, in my opinion, is still to use OBS instead, as you have more control over your audio and can use Facerig for so many other things. 2. How do you delete extra characters? Well, to start off, to add an extra character, press the plus button in the bottom right-hand corner. To delete it, click and drag up on the character icon and a trash can will appear above it. Drag the icon to the trash can to delete the character off the screen. You will notice that the icon still remains, but it's grayed out. Well, if you press the icon again, the character will reappear. This is probably used to temporarily hide a character without having to customize them all over again. It resets back to a single character after the program is closed and reopened. In addition, when you click on a character icon, it selects it and lets you easily go back and forth between characters if you need to change anything about them. 3. What webcams will work? Built-in camera or external? To my knowledge, as long as your webcam works normally on the computer, it should work with Facerig. This includes both built-in and external webcams. The only difference is that better webcams may be able to track your face better. But the whole reason I started using Facerig was because my webcam sucked, so most should be fine. 4. How do I use Facerig with... I got asked about how to use Facerig on different programs, but really, the answer is always the same. No matter which program you use. Just find the camera settings in whatever app you want to use, and find where it has you choose which webcam to use. Look for the option that says Facerig Virtual Camera in the drop-down menu with any other webcams you have listed. If Facerig Virtual Camera isn't showing up on the list, be sure that you have Facerig fully open, press UI+, and then make sure this toggle broadcast button is turned on. I suggest you never turn it off so you won't forget. I know I've never had a reason to turn it off. I just close the program when I'm done. 5. Does Facerig have a voice changer? So when I answered your questions about the voice changer in the past, I actually didn't realize that Facerig had one, but it does. To add voice effects, click on the megaphone icon in the sidebar. Click UI+ if you don't see the sidebar. From here you have a few voice effects to choose from. Just select which effect you want and then add the effect. You can change settings on each effect and even add more than one. Though as far as I can see, it doesn't seem like there's a live preview button to hear your changes. You most likely have to record and play back the performance each time to hear the effect. I don't personally use it, but others may get some use out of this feature. 6. Why isn't it tracking my face or mouth properly? If your avatar has messed up eyes or mouths or their necks look broken, then you'll need to recalibrate. You'll need to do this a lot. The easiest way I've found to do this is to just select regular UI, and then this auto calibrate tracking option. Make sure you're in the position you want to be in and keep a straight face and then click calibrate. This should do the trick, but you can always try again if it didn't. This is usually enough to fix the problem, but if not, just click the UI+ button and quick calibrate the head pose and expression individually. I highly suggest keeping audio-based lip syncing turned off, especially if there's any background noise, as that could get your mouth twitching like crazy. 7. Can you use it with a green screen? And how do you add a custom background? Facerig comes with its own green screen background. To access this, just go to the sidebar and click Environments. The green one is clearly visible here. From there, you can go into OBS, right-click your Facerig source, and add a filter called Chroma Key. It should choose green by default, but if it doesn't, you can select it. From there, you can play around with the settings to make sure it takes away enough green, but not too much of other colors you're wanting. This is especially helpful if your character is green. As for a custom background, choose this square one called Background Custom Picture. Go to the Customization tab, and then the Backdrop sub-tab. Scroll down to where it says Custom 2D Backdrop and click to expand it. Click on the folder icon to be taken to where Facerig has its texture files. If you want to save pictures here, just click off to the side of the words in the address bar until all of the text is selected blue. Ctrl+C or right click and then copy. When you save a picture from online, just go to the address bar again and Ctrl+V or right click and paste, then press enter to get straight to the textures folder. Save your picture. Then come back into Facerig and press the folder icon again, this time double clicking the image you want as your background. And there you go! You can change this background whenever you want. There is a 3D background cube option, but I don't know how to use it. If anyone in the comments section does and wants to shed some light on it, please do so. 8. How do I move my character? This wasn't a frequent question, but I think it's pretty important still. Hold down the Alt key while doing any of these actions. Holding Alt and using the mouse wheel will zoom your character in or out. Clicking and holding the mouse wheel and Alt while dragging your mouse will move your character. Clicking and holding Alt and the left mouse button while moving the mouse can change the direction and angle that your character is facing. Finally, holding Alt and the right mouse button while moving the mouse will do a more precise zoom on your character. Some things you see on the characters when zooming out may surprise you. You've been warned. 9. How do I save my character customization? This was another thing that I felt should be added. Once you customize a character and are happy with its appearance, you can save it so you can just open it each time. Definitely a lifesaver. Go to Avatars on the sidebar and click the Customization tab, then the Save Avatar Options button. It will prompt you to save it as an ABC file in their Textures folder. Feel free to name it whatever you want and then save. To load in your saved options, click Load Avatar Options and double-click the one you want, and it should automatically load in the colors, features, and props that you saved. Keep in mind that this does actually work on other avatars as well, so this preset I made for the cat rig also works on the mascot. Just keep in mind that it needs to be the custom option to copy everything entirely, but it will copy what is changeable on that model. Not all avatars give you customization options, but the props should still be applied. Also, you'll need to reload the preset every time you change between characters. 10. How do you import your own characters? Can you do 2D characters? Yes, you can import custom characters, but in order to use 3D avatars, you'll need to have some knowledge of modeling in 3D, or if you use someone else's model, then you will need to get into a more in-depth tutorial ensuring everything is imported correctly. It's a very complicated process that I unfortunately have no idea how to do. You are also able to import 2D models, but only under 2 conditions. One is that the character needs to be properly optimized in the Live 2D Cubism editor, which is free, but you must buy the Live 2D Facerig DLC. But wait, before you consider buying Live 2D, you need to know that Facerig is going away soon. They haven't told us when yet, but they made an updated version called Animaze. Taking a look at it, the interface looks much cleaner. I'll be doing a tutorial on it in the future, but first let me quickly tell you what this means for Facerig and why you should consider having both. I'm not sponsored by them, by the way. I've just used Facerig for many years now, so I jumped at the opportunity to learn as much as I could about Animaze. If you buy Facerig, you have it forever, even after it's taken off the Steam store. Remember that Live 2D DLC I was talking about with Facerig? Well, it's built into Animaze. They also have an editor app that makes importing the avatars much easier, though it's still something I need to research more about before making a tutorial about it. Animaze is free with limited options, but also has paid plans. If you have Facerig already, then you get some free avatars that were in Facerig originally, and you get the first month and first year of Animaze half off. If you want a sneak peek of all the avatars included in Facerig, then watch the video on screen. Leave a like if this video helped. Pounce on that subscribe button and bat the little bell icon so you don't miss any new videos, including an Animaze tutorial in the future. Have a great day, and keep your claws sharp. Bye!